In the name of Allah, the most merciful, the especially merciful. To know the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, is to love him. The Sahaba, his companions, were so precise in their love that they recorded every detail of his physical appearance. Today, we look at the descriptions of his hair as recorded in the authentic Hadith. Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, reported that the hair of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, reached to half of his earlobe. Other reports from Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, and al-Bara, may Allah be pleased with him, clarify that his hair length varied at different times. Sometimes it hung below his shoulders and above the lobes of his ears, and at other times it rested comfortably over the lobes. The companions further detailed that this blessed hair did not exist in isolation, but was part of a majestic physical presence. Al-Bara, may Allah be pleased with him, reported that the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, was of medium height and possessed broad shoulders. This physical frame provided a noble foundation for his hair, which, as it hung over the lobes of his ears, completed a look of perfect balance and dignity. Regarding its texture, Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, relates that his hair was neither completely curly nor perfectly straight, but a beautiful middle ground between the two. There were also special occasions. Hani, may Allah be pleased with her, recalls that when the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, entered Makkah after the Hijrah, his hair was styled in 4 plaits. This demonstrates the variety in how he maintained his appearance during travel and victory. This attention to his hair was not merely for aesthetics, but was often a reflection of a deeper spiritual or social orientation. For example, Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, noted that the polytheists of the time used to part their hair, while the people of the book did not. Because the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, preferred to align his behavior with the people of the book in matters where no divine command had yet been given, he initially followed their custom regarding his hair. Initially, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, used to leave his hair hanging down on his forehead. However, later in his life, he began to part his hair down the middle, a practice he maintained thereafter. Scholars note that this transition was a result of following the revelation contained in the Quran and receiving specific guidance from Allah. Scholars note that this transition was a result of following the revelation contained in the Quran and receiving specific guidance from Allah.
Beyond the description of his hair, the companions recorded how the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, cared for his appearance. Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, narrates the closeness of their life, mentioning that she would comb the hair of the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, even while she was in a state of menstruation. He was a man who valued cleanliness and order. He loved to start from the right side when cleaning himself, washing or combing his hair. However, he also taught moderation. Abdullah bin Mughaffal, may Allah be pleased with him, noted that the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, forbade excessive combing, allowing it to be done only occasionally to ensure one did not become overly obsessed with vanity. To maintain his hair and beard, Anas bin Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, mentions that the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, often rubbed oil on his head and combed his beard. Because of the frequent use of oil, he would place a cloth over his head to protect his clothing, which would eventually become oily itself. When it came to the changing color of the hair with age, there was a specific etiquette observed by the companions. Qatada, may Allah be pleased with him, asked Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, specifically if the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, dyed his hair. While the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, himself had very few white hairs, his close companion Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, used henna and katm, a type of grass used for dyeing hair, to color his own hair. As the years passed, the signs of age began to appear. Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, reported that the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, did not have many white hairs, only a few on his temples, and that he did not dye them. In fact, Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, and other companions counted roughly 14 to 20 white hairs on his head and beard in total. Jabir bin Samura, may Allah be pleased with him, added that these white hairs were only visible when his hair was not oiled. When he applied oil, they became hidden. There are also beautiful accounts of how the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, appeared in the eyes of those who saw him for the first time. Abi Rimthab Taimi, may Allah be pleased with him, recalls seeing him wearing 2 pieces of green-colored clothing. In that specific light and setting, he noted that the Prophet's, peace and blessings be upon him, hair appeared to have a reddish hue, which, combined with his attire, created a striking and memorable presence for all who witnessed it. When Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, once remarked on the signs of old age, the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, revealed the spiritual weight of his mission. He replied, "The recitation of Surahs Hud, Waqiyah, Mursalat, Amma and Kuwira have made me old." It was the weight of the Quran and the concern for his ummah that brought those few silver hairs to his blessed head.
While some companions noted he had very few white hairs, others saw him, peace and blessings be upon him, with signs of henna or a reddish tint in his hair. Abu Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him, confirmed that the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, did use dye. Abi Rimthab, may Allah be pleased with him, even recalled seeing him with red hair while wearing 2 pieces of green clothing. Finally, chapter 7 describes his use of kohl, or collyrium. Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, relates that the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said to use kohl because it brightens the eyesight and helps hair grow. He had a small container and would apply kohl to each eye 3 times every day before sleeping. He, peace and blessings be upon him, specifically recommended the use of antimony, known as ithmid, especially before going to bed. This specific type was praised for its ability to sharpen the vision and strengthen the growth of the eyelashes, further reflecting his, peace and blessings be upon him, commitment to health and refined appearance. The companions' love for the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, was so deep that they took note of his appearance even in the most ordinary moments. Jadamah, may Allah be pleased with her, relates seeing him after he had taken a bath, naturally stroking his head while the distinct signs of henna were still visible in his blessed hair. Such accounts, along with the detailed counts of his few white hairs, serve as a testament to the unparalleled devotion of the Sahaba, who wish to preserve every possible memory of their beloved teacher for future generations.
May Allah grant us the ability to follow his sunnah and gather us with him in the highest stations of Jannah. Peace and blessings be upon the Messenger of Allah, his family and his companions.